Hello, this is Zach from Slugfest Studios, back to give you Devlog number 4. Today, I'll just be going over a few of the summon mechanics that I added to the game, and a few UI elements that I changed and I reworked and I added. But before then, make sure to join the Discord in the link below, wishlist on Steam, search for Bonebound, and subscribe for more content. It does help out a lot. Now, one of the first things I wanted to give a sneak preview was for the rank 0s and rank 1s. I have most of the images, I'd say 90% of the rank 0s, which are the catalyst to create the rank 1. So think of that flutter egg right there, that creates a flutter. So think of a lot of these rank 0s will turn into a rank 1. I have a Google Doc that creates this everlong, expansive branch, which is kind of cool to see it unfold. I've been filling it out more and more. But this is just kind of a sneak preview and what to expect of certain cards. And now the next thing I wanted to work on was the castle UI for the player and the enemy. I didn't like this static image that's always open. I wanted something where if it's an enemy castle, once a creature has vision on the enemy castle, it can check how damaged it actually is, so a creature needs to be in range. Now for the player castle, I wanted something very simple where you right click on your castle and it unfolds the stats. It shows how damaged your castle is, so you have to keep track of, oh, my castle's getting low. In that white box, that's where it shows your upgrades. So your upgrades are Siege Tower, Soul Collector, and Fortitude. These are an offense, defense, and a reduced damage upgrade. There might be more, but I wanted to add this in to kind of reflect. And now onto summons. So I wanted to create a summon for a raised skeleton. This would be a ability where it would probably say something along the lines, summon one skeleton, deals 1 damage, combat start. So this would play at the beginning of combat before the 2 creatures interact with each other. Think of this as a ability that would attack first. Now these can be very strong, and certain creatures will have the class of summoner. If they have that class of summoner, they probably most likely have an ability of a summon. Now this can be anything from a summon skeleton, summon wolf, summon tentacle, summon bird. Multiple summoner classes will have different corresponding abilities, and this was me just messing around, creating the first one that I wanted to make. And now the next thing I wanted to incorporate in the game was a luck stat. This luck stat, its main purpose is to help with skill check events. If you fail a skill check event, it will then proceed to a luck skill check roll. It will check the creature's luck, and now it's a very low percentage based on luck. Luck will add a percentage based on what your luck is, to where if you fail this event, you'll actually succeed it based on a luck. And I wanted to add more to this too, so I even added if you hit that luck, it will show. It will pop up this UI saying lucky, and then give the rest of the text. And I wanted to further expand this with a success and failed UI overlay that goes on top of that skill check. It was kind of tough figuring out, did my creature fail this? Did it succeed? So I added this overlay on top, which I think it's perfectly tells the player, did it fail? Did it succeed? And now the third option, I wanted to add where this option 3, like the player wants to click it. This is a very rare option. So I added this golden overlay that goes inside, and then I added a effect where this comet wisp will go around that third option. Like you want to click this. This is a very rare option, very good option. It's usually like a low risk, high reward option. So I added that, make it a little bit more, shiny. You want to click this. And now to the next summon that I wanted to add. You'll notice I kind of do these summons kind of sporadic to the point where, okay, I want to create a wolf, because it gave me kind of time to think where, okay, I want to create a summon skeleton. And then I was thinking about the elves. I want to do a summon wolf. So I just did a simple 2-frame on this. And this is where I actually add the logic into the abilities. For summon skeleton, summon 1 skeleton, deals 1 damage at combat start. And I added the same thing for the summon 1 wolf, deals 1 damage at combat start. So I added these abilities in. Now, the next thing to follow that up was to add it to my combat system now. This should be a combat start, so I wrote the code for summoning these skeletons. So now my creature will summon a skeleton, it spawns in, it runs at the enemy, deals damage. Now this is another skeleton minion, so he does the same to me, deals damage, and then they attack each other after the summon commands are over. And now the same thing will happen with the summon wolf. So now this is just showing a summon wolf summon, comes in howling, and then it runs at the enemy. And then he will summon the skeleton, runs at my player. Once that's over, they both attack each other. Now, to say that this all went flawless is a understatement. So I actually worked on the summoner count. I wanted to see, okay, I can summon one, but can I summon multiple? And this is something where I put the summon skeleton to 10, and it did not go as planned. You can see these skeletons just keep summoning and summoning, and then something weird happens, they run, and then this guy's going, where's the enemy? Where is he? Let me add him. And after a lot of rework and a lot of testing, I got it to the point where it just summons all the skeletons at once, and then they perform the summon action. So it works. A few things I gotta test even further, but I do have that working for now. And this is a small thing where I just wanted the story recap to fade out. Before I had it disabled, which I don't really know why, now it just fades out. And another summon that I wanted to work on was a summon tentacle. Now, I had this guy made up. I had to actually give this to my fiance because it was so screwed up. So I let her take a stab at it, and I think she nailed it. Like, I think this animation looks very good. A lot better from what I had. So as you can see, it actually looks more of a tentacle. Before, it didn't even look like that. It looked like some kind of worm coming from the ground, but absolutely nailed this. Thank you, Rachel. And that is it for devlog number 4, summons plus UI reveal / rework. Make sure to join the Discord in the link below. This is where you can see any upcoming updates, anything that I have to say about the game. Also, you can even do recommendations of what you want to see. Make sure to wishlist on Steam, search for Bonebound. This helps me gain traction for the game. It's much appreciated. And subscribe for more content. I will be shooting for weekly devlogs at this point, so expect that to be coming. And that is all. But real quick, if you do summon a skeleton, make sure to give them a bone to pick with your enemies.